Men's Life Roulette. Today in this video we are going to discuss about some dozen betting strategy. So these are the 3 dozen on the table: dozen number 1, dozen number 2 and dozen number 3, and you have to select any one dozen for your bets. So the strategy is quite simple, and good thing for this strategy is that your payback. If you start with $10 and you own, then you will get back $30. That means your profit will be $20. And we have to use that profit. And which dozen you have to choose, that's important. But I suggest you to choose the hottest dozen in the recent time. So which is the hottest dozen and how you can detect that hottest one? So you have the list of last outcome and you have to find out the dozen from there. So 32, this is the third dozen. Okay, 34, this is also from third dozen, so both these are third dozen. 13, this is second dozen. 36, this is third dozen. 30, this is also third dozen. 15, second dozen, and both are from third dozen. So third dozen is most probable at this point of time, so we will select the third dozen number. And what about the bets progression? As the payback is 2 times than your bets, that's why I suggest you to invest $2 after every losses. Let me check. If you put your bets over here, then you have 24 number to lose. Just 12 number to win and 24 number to lose. Not just 24, 24 plus 2, 0. That is 26 number to lose. Almost 2 times losing number. That's why you have to increase your bets almost 2 times after every losing spin. And after every winning spin, what you need to do, you have to decrease 1 unit. So the fact is that you have to, if you are starting from $10 and you lose this spin, then your next spin should be plus $20. That means $30. If you lose this one also, then your next is again plus 20. That is $50. In this way, you have to increase your bets. And suppose somewhere you own, suppose you own this $50 bets, then your next bet should be minus 10. That means $40. In this way, you have to increase by plus 2 or 2 times of your bets, initial bets, and you have to reduce in your winning spin just 1 time of your bets. So let's start the game. And for this is, as I told you, for every progressive betting system. Progressive means we are increasing after losses, so we are increasing our bets gradually. And in every progressive system, you need to set a target. For every $2,000 bankroll, $10 bet, 100 should be your target. $100 should be your target. Let's check out how we can make the profit of $100 with this strategy. Let's start the game. So, as I told you, third dozen. We have to start from the hottest dozen or the coldest dozen. Here the coldest dozen is the first dozen and the hottest dozen is the third dozen. So we have to select any 2 among them. So last spin was a loss, so I have to repeat the previous bets and to increase 2 times of my initial bets. So I have started from $10 and I lose this spin, so now it's time for plus 20. That means $30 bets. So I have put at already $30. So let's play. I have started from 2000. My target is 100. That means I have to continue the game until I make my bankroll 2100. Again I lose here. So again just repeat and add $20 more. Now it's become 50. From $30 it will become $50. It will take so many spins to give you the profit, but as you are balancing your bets with the table limit, so there is a chance that you can cover the losses. So again 19 has appeared, so that was a loss. So repeat and add $20 more. Now it's become 70. If I lose here, it will become 90. But if I win here, then it will become 60. But as I told you, this time also I lose here. So it's time to repeat and increase for the $20. This is a strategy and you have to complete this strategy. This is 21. Again I lose here. It's a part of this strategy to lose so many spin, because you have just 12 number to win and 26 number to lose. So 5, 6, 7 spin or losing spin in a row is quite common in this strategy, and you have to get ready for that. Last number was 11, that was also a losing number, so let's increase the bets further. This time it's 0, double 0, so again I lose here, so again I have to increase the bets. In this way you have to increase the bets 2 times after every losing spin. So this time it's 17 again, and again I lose here. So it's again time to increase the bets. Okay, now it's become $170. This time 18, and again I lose. So as per the strategy, again I have to repeat and increase the bets. This time it's 30 and I win here. So last bet was $190, so it's time to reduce $10 from my bets. As I told you, for every winning spin you have to reduce your bets by $10, and after every losing spin you have to increase your bets by $20. So last bet was $190, so it's time to decrease it to $180. It's 5, again I lose here, so again I have to increase the bets. So repeat and increase $20 more. Now it's become $200. This time it's 22, and again I lose here, so again I have to increase the bets. It's 32 again, it's a winning spin. So again it's time to reduce the bets. It was a $220, so it's time for $110. I'm reducing just $10 in my winning spin and increasing $20 in my losing spin. This time 21, and again I lose here. So again time to increase the bets. Just repeat and increase $20 more and play. This time 34, and I win here, but this time my bet is $230, so I have to reduce it by $10. Now it will become $220. Okay, this is the bets for this cycle. It's 28, and this time also I win. So now you can see the bankroll. It's 2,320. I have started from just 2,000. My target was to make $100 profit, but actually we make a profit of $320. So this, if you can follow this strategy properly, and if you can wait for your turn, then definitely this strategy has the potential to give you a very good profit. So let's check the hottest cycle, hottest dozen at this point of time. So 28, 34, these are from third dozen, 21, second dozen, 32, third dozen, 22, second dozen, 5, this is first dozen, this is third dozen, 18 and 17, both are from second dozen. So in this case, 4 are from the hot dozen and another 4 are from the hot dozen. So both second and third dozen are in the same position of occurrence. So what we need to do is we have to go with the coldest one this time. We go for the hottest one, now try for the coldest one. So first dozen in the coldest dozen for at this point of time. So you can check the bankroll, it's at 2,320, target again $100. So we have to continue the game until we make our bankroll 2,420. Let's try the game again with the coldest dozen this time. That is the first dozen. We have started from $10. If we lose, we will increase to $30. This time I win here, so no need to increase at this point of time, or even I can also decrease the bets because I am at the basic bet. So let's go with the same amount for another spin. This time it's 33 and it's a losing spin. So as per the strategy, I have to increase my bets by $20. Now it's become 30. This is a series and you have to complete the series. If you have the time and money, then only you can follow this kind of strategy. So again I lose here. So again I have to repeat and increase the bets. It may take a 5 spin, it may take 10 spin, it may take 20 spin, and you have to get ready for that. And you have to complete that series or that strategy, complete strategy, otherwise you will not make any profit from this strategy. So last spin was a loss. So again I have to repeat and add $20 more to my bets. This time 31 and again I lose here. So again what I need to do is I have to repeat and add $20 and play the game. Okay, it will become 90 this time. 19 and again it's a losing spin. So again I have to increase the bets. 2,420 is my target. So 25 this time. It's also a losing spin. So again I have to repeat, add $20 more and play. This time it's 12 and I win here. So last bet was $130. So as I own my last spin, so I have to decrease the bets to 120 from 130. So every time you lose, increase $20. Every time you own, reduce $10. That's the strategy. So this time I lose. So again I have to repeat and add $20 and play. This time 20 and this is also a losing spin. So again I have to repeat and increase the bets. It's 36 this time and it's also a losing spin. So again I have to repeat, add $20 more to my bets and play. $22, again a losing spin. So again I have to repeat and increase the bets. This strategy needs a lot of bankroll and lots of patience to get the profit as you desire. So this time again I win here. So last spin was 200. So it's time to reduce the bets to 190. You can see here it's 190 actually. 9 is not visible over here. This is 17, again losing spin. So again what we need to do is we have to repeat and increase the bets. So repeat and increase $20. Now it's become $210. 8. This is the winning one. So again we have to reduce the spin, reduce the bets from $210. We have to make it to $200. So just now it's become 200 and play. This time again it's a winning spin. Now you can see the bankroll. It's 2,670. Our target was to make just 2,420, but actually we make 670. So definitely this strategy has the potential to give you the profit. The only thing is that you need to have a bigger bankroll so that you can support your losses. At least for 10 or 12 spin you have to follow your losses. Then one more thing, you have to start from the beginning. Whatever be the minimum inside bets or with whatever be the minimum table limit in the dozen, you have to start from there, because who knows how many spin it will take to give you the profit. And at the end, let you explain the strategy again. Strategy is quite simple. If you are starting from $10 and if you lose this one, then your next spin should be $30. You have to increase at $20. If you lose this one also, then your next spins will be again adding $20. It will become $50. If you lose this one also, again add $20. Now it will become $70. In this way, you have to progress during your losing spin. And in the winning spin, what you need to do, you have to reduce $10. Suppose you own this $70 spin, then reduce $10, it will become $60. Suppose you own this one also, then again reduce $10, it will become $50. So in this way, you have to progress in the game until you get your desired profit. So that's it. This is quite simple strategy to follow on the table, and if you can follow this strategy properly, then definitely there is a potential to give you the profit from this strategy. So thanks for watching and good luck for your next table.